How's it going, Dave in Comic Book Investments? So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. And what do I mean by heating up? I mean they're going up in price. This is where I pick 5 key comic books, and I kind of go see what's happening. Some by going up all-time records, some of them just going up slightly, and I talk about why and kind of guess where they might be heading. Maybe I even tell you if it's good to pick up or maybe you should stay away. All right, let's jump right into it. First, we got Sentry #1. This is the first appearance of Sentry. A 9.4 is up 41% from 128 on average a few months ago, now selling for 180. A 9.6 up 29% from 159 to 205. And a 9.8 is up 9% from 412 to 450. As you see on the graph there, obviously, it went up, comic book boom started going down. But then recently it started going up again. That's because there's some rumors spreading around that they've already cast an actor to play Sentry, and that Sentry is going to be in an upcoming Marvel film. Now, if you don't know who Sentry is basically like Superman in Marvel universe. So super powerful. He pretty much goes toe-to-toe with the Hulk, even though, I mean, really no one can beat the Hulk. Hulk is the strongest there is. But nonetheless, this might open the door for possible World War Hulk. At least I hope so. Maybe, Hulk's son gets killed, the terrible iteration that they had. And then World War Hulk breaks loose, kills everyone in the current MCU, and yeah, that kind of ends the MCU. And then they have to reboot it. That'd be nice. Nonetheless, that's why this is going up. Is this something I could see long term of a book? Really, it all depends. I don't know. It depends what they do with the character. If the character is actually used, it could just be a rumor. I'll show you a book later where you can see the power of a TV show or a movie. Next, we got Star Wars 69. A 9.4 is up 3% from $68 to $70. A 9.6 is up 88% from $46 to $85. And a 9.8 is up 9% from $118 to $129. And that $129 was my book. I was just randomly, why did this book sell? And I looked it up. Apparently, there's something in The Mandalorian that has to do with this book. This book is not going to continue trending up. It will continue trending around, 129. This book will be worth, somewhere around $100 to $150 for a very long time to come. It's not going to be one of those books that just shoots up out of the blue. It's just the problems with this book. It's kind of like the late Bronze, early Copper Age type of book. I don't even know what year it is. I think it's just copper. And there's just a lot of those in really, really, really nice shape. So this was kind of the era where direct was, becoming more and more popular. So with direct and newsstand, at least with newsstand, the people could just tear off the top or send them back in and they get the refund. With direct, you got to have more of a discount. Direct is a comic book shop, but you had to keep them all. So kind of like the dollar bins started coming up where they would, or 50-cent bins or 25-cent bins during this time. So you'd buy maybe 20 copies and sell half, and now you're left with 10. While before you could get rid of them. So there's a lot of like Copper Age that's, in high condition and pretty much untouched. Next, we got Batman 655. This is the first cameo appearance of Damian Wayans. 9.4 up 72% from 60 to 103. A 9.6 up 23% from 69 to 85. And a 9.8 is up 110% from 145 just a few months ago, now peaking up at 304. Yes, just going sky high. Obviously, they released the news that Damian Wayans is going to be in this new movie. I think Damian Wayans is a good book to get regardless. At this price, I think it's a bit inflated. I think what will happen with this book is it's hot now because the news is out, but let's be real. The movie's not going to come out for 3 to 4 years, somewhere around there, maybe like 2.5 at the most, but probably 3 to 4 years. So we're not going to see anything. So by then, the hype and the FOMO is going to start simmering down, and you can pick yourself up a copy for a lot cheaper. I still think he's a good character regardless. He's very popular. He's in a lot of different iterations of different books, things like that. So long run, this is not going to be, in 10 years' time, it's not going to be like $1,000 book. It's a modern book. It's highly unlikely something like that would happen. But at least I think this will simmer down probably back to the $100 to $150 range, and then maybe as time goes on, it goes up to like a $250, $300, $400 book. All right, next we got Amazing Spider-Man 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin. A 5.0 is up 16% from 25.78 to 3,000. A 6.5 is up 36% from a little over 3,000, now selling for 41.50, and a 7.5 is up 32% from 45.60 to $6,000. So yes, I'm not really sure why this is going up, but all I can tell you, it's a good book regardless. This is a Silver Age. Okay, what do you got going for it? Got Spider-Man. Great. First Green Goblin. Very, very good. It's a Silver Age. You got that going for it. And it's one of those older Spider-Man, not just, Silver Age is a long span, but it's like an older Spider-Man. Those things are very, very sought after. So it's got a lot of good things going for it. I mean, basically, the Green Goblin is like probably Spider-Man's #1 villain. You also got the Hulk in there too. So nonetheless, I think this is a good long-term investment regardless. All right, last on the list is The Last of Us. 9.4 is up 165% from 179 to 475, and 9.6 is up 150% from 260 to 650, and a 9.8 is up 24% from 1173 to 1450. As you can see, it's just pretty much going whoosh. Now, the reason why this is going up because The Last of Us turned out to be a massive hit. Like huge, huge, huge hit. Like doing ridiculous numbers on HBO Max. It's warranted. It's a fantastic show. This video game, The Last of Us, the original game, was on like, I had like a list of games I wanted to play, but I never get around to playing video games. But then, the pandemic hit and I was locked in my house for a while. So I was like, whatever, I got PlayStation Now, play the game. And I didn't really like it. I didn't get very far. I don't know, I probably put like 4 hours into it. I didn't like the gameplay fighting mechanics because I love Naughty Dog Studios because they make one of my all-time favorite games, Uncharted, which I played every single one of those. Love those games. But Last of Us, same studio, didn't really care for it. So when they announced that they're making a TV show, I was like, eh. But then I started watching. Obviously, it has Pedro Pascal, who's the Mandalorian. And even my wife loves it too. It's great, great show. I would highly recommend it to people to watch it. And that's a testament of what happens. Now this book literally went from like $100 and a 9.8, now selling for like $1,500. Now will that last? That obviously making a season 2 and a season 3 is already booked. So yeah, it could be like, like The Walking Dead sort of thing. The Walking Dead got very, very expensive, but has been tapering off over time because the show kind of went nowhere after a while. I think it ended, or maybe this is the last season, but drastically dropped off in viewership because it's just a repeat of the same thing over and over. And that's the thing. That's what people don't understand. For a book to be valuable, it has to have longevity. It can't just be a one and done thing and then fades away, right? It has to have some kind of following that constant, whether it's a TV show that keeps on coming on, a movie, or even the comic book just keeps going and has fan base. It has to have something going for it to keep it going. Like if you look at the Turtles, why is the Turtles so expensive compared to other independent comic books during the same era? Well, that's because pick any year, there seems to be a Turtle something going on, whether it's a cartoon, a movie, whatever, a TV show. It doesn't matter. And it also has its comic line going. And these are very popular. It's not like they're obscure movies or obscure, TV shows. It has something going on that stays in the public eye that keeps on bringing in new fans. That's how you get more expensive, new fans. So with The Last of Us, I'm not sure exactly what happens, but I've heard Joel dies. If they decide to do that, I know that's in the video game, but if they decide to do that in the show's done. I'm sorry. The actress who plays Ellie cannot hold the show by her own. Pedro Pascal is the reason why the show's doing well. So maybe they don't kill him off and they continue on the story. I don't know what kind of story they're going to do, but yeah, this could be like a Walking Dead scenario where you have #1 going for like $3-4 grand. All right, that'll be it. Have a great weekend.